Hello everyone, welcome to week 1 lecture videos once again. In this video, I'll be talking about functions of financial institutions, and we'll continue to discuss that how functions of financial institutions contribute to financial institutions' specialness that we discussed in the last video. First of all, a financial intermediary fulfills two functions, and any given financial institutions may specialize in one or the other, or might do both simultaneously. First of all, um, brokerage function. The first function of a financial institution is the brokerage or broking function. When acting as a pure broker, and financial institutions act as an agent for the savers by providing information and transaction services. Discount brokers carry out the purchases or sale of securities at better prices and with greater efficiency than household savers could achieve by trading on their own. This efficiency results in reduced cost of trading or economies of scale for achieving from these trading activities. Financial institutions also act as an asset transformer. Acting as an asset transformer, the financial institutions issues financial claims that are far more attractive to household savers than claims directly issued by corporations. That is, for many households, the financial claims issued by financial institutions dominate those issued directly by corporations as a result of lower monitoring costs, lower liquidity costs, and lower price risk. In acting as asset transformers, financial institutions purchase the financial claims issued by corporations, for example, equities, bonds, and other debt claims called primary securities, and finance these purchases by selling financial claims to households, investors, and other sectors in the form of deposits, insurance policies, and so on. The financial claims of financial institutions may be considered secondary securities because these assets are backed by the primary securities issued by commercial corporations that in turn invest in real assets. How financial institutions purchase the direct or primary securities issued by corporations and profitably transform them into secondary securities more attractive to household savers? This question strikes at the very heart of what makes financial institutions both special and important to the economy. The answer lies in the ability of financial institutions to better resolve the three costs facing a saver who chooses to invest directly to corporate securities, namely monitoring costs, liquidity costs, and price risk that was discussed in the last video. One problem faced by average saver directly investing in commercial firms' financial claim is the high cost of information collection. Household savers must monitor the actions of firms in a timely and complete fashion after purchasing securities. Failure to monitor exposes investors to agency costs, that is, the risk that firms owners or managers will take actions with the saver's money contrary to the promises contained in the covenants of its securities contracts. One solution to this problem is for a large number of small savers to place their funds with a single financial institution. The financial institutions groups these funds together and invests in the direct or primary financial claims issued by firms. This accumulation of funds resolves a number of problems. First of all, the financial institution has a much greater incentive to collect information and monitor the actions of the firm because it has far more at stake than does any small individual household. This alleviates the free rider problem that exists when small household savers leave it to each other to collect information and monitor the action of firms. In a sense, small savers have appointed the financial institution as a delegated monitor to act on their behalf. Not only does the financial institution have a greater incentive to collect information, the average cost of collecting the information is also lower. Associated with a greater incentive to monitor, the cost involved in failing to monitor appropriately, financial institutions may develop new secondary securities that enables them to monitor more effectively. Thus, a richer menu of contracts may improve the monitoring abilities of financial institutions. The classic example of this is the bank loan to a business. Business loans are generally shorter-term debt contracts rather than bond contracts. The shorter-term nature allows the financial institutions to exercise more monitoring power and control over the borrower. In particular, the information the financial institution generates regarding the firm is frequently updated as its loan renewal decisions are made. So that actually reduces information asymmetry. In addition to improving the flow and quality of information, financial institutions provide financial and secondary claims to household savers. Often, these claims have superior liquidity attributes compared to primary securities such as corporate equities and bonds. For example, depository institutions issue transaction account deposit contracts with a fixed principal value that can be withdrawn immediately on demand by household savers. The real puzzle is now how financial institutions such as depository institutions can offer the highly liquid and low price risk contracts to savers on the liability side of their balance sheet while investing in relatively illiquid and higher price risk securities issued by corporations on the asset side. Now, the answer to this question lie in the ability of financial institutions to diversify away some but not all of their portfolio risk. Financial institutions diversify away significant amount of portfolio risk, especially the risk specific to the individual firm issuing any given security. Financial institutions essentially exploit the law of large numbers in their investment, whereas due to their small size, household savers are constrained to holding relatively undiversified portfolios. This risk diversification allows a financial institution to predict more accurately its expected return on an asset portfolio. So that's all of our discussion on the main functions of financial institutions and resulting specialness. In the next video, I will be talking about other special services provided by financial institutions. Thank you very much.